Hello, my name is Colton Salzer, and this is Module 1 for EDL 856. So, personal, I have a passion for where I am from, which is the beautiful Black Hills of Piedmont, South Dakota. Here, I am able to ride my motorcycle through the hills. That's Devil's Tower, which is not far from here. I also get to scuba dive. This picture was not taken here, but it was taken in the at the aquarium in Denver. But I still get to dive here. I help my dad on the ranch, but only during the summers because I don't live here anymore, but I do come back for the summers. I also love adventure, such as skydiving, and I love the Minnesota Vikings because, again, I'm from South Dakota and we don't have our own team. So that's just a little bit about myself. Professionally, I am currently a third grade teacher in Syracuse, Kansas, USD 494. I am starting my third year teaching. My first year I was in first grade, and then my years 2 and 3 I'll be in third grade. I also am an assistant junior high football coach. This will be my second year being the assistant coach, and I have really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun and totally different knowledge of football. I'm also on the board of trustees for the Hamilton County Library. The Hamilton County Library is actually our school library as well. So we take our students down to the library to check out books and get read to and any projects like that, which is a lot of fun. And then I did do 6 weeks of my student teaching in the amazing Italy. They were 6 fantastic weeks. I wish I could do it again, and one of these days, maybe I will. So communication with families. Digital is the one that we use the most in our school. We are in a rural town of less than 2,000 people. So not all of our families have computers or internet. And for the most part, we know which of our families don't have internet or computers. And so we're able to adjust for them. And so we do that written or by calling. But for the most part, we mostly use digital. Written is our second most used for our school. This is depending on the content of the information that needs to be communicated with the families. Um, and again, for those that do not have computers or internet, we make sure that we get them this information that we posted digitally. And then also orally is probably the last method we use. We do have, if the parents didn't receive the communications from the first two, then we're able to call them. Again, also depending on what the information is we want to communicate with them, we make sure that we get a hold of the parents the best that we can. Again, this is case by case depending on the information we want to communicate to the parents. So as for the tools required, all of the tools we need at this point are provided by the school. I personally have not purchased any. We do have a high percentage of non-English speaking students and parents. So we do have bilingual paraprofessionals, and they help orally talk to our parents. And if we have to send out a communication to a family or if we send a communication out to the whole class, written, we write it out in English, and then one of our paraprofessionals will translate it into Spanish. So most all of our communications written are sent out with both English and Spanish. But with that, I do plan on purchasing a program next year to learn Spanish. And so that's not something that our school provides. They don't provide anything for us to learn Spanish, but that is something I feel is worth the time and money to do to learn Spanish on my own so I can communicate better with the students and parents. The only tool I wish I could use but don't is myself. Again, I would like to be able to communicate directly to all of my students and their parents without needing to get a translator, especially during conference time. It is really hectic. Our pairs are few and far between, and so if I can learn Spanish myself, I can build that relationship with the parents and the students a little bit better. And I think it'll really give us a good connection. I would I think I'd be the only Spanish speaking elementary teacher in our school, and so the parents would really understand what that would take. So to be unforgettable, the information shared really helped me understand the best way to make an impact on my introductions. This is when I meet parents, students, teachers, other members of the community, or even when I interview for a job in administration and I meet the superintendent. To be unforgettable is a great way to make a statement of the person that I am without really saying a lot more, but how it's said and with the enthusiasm and description. And I really like to go beyond your job title, go beyond your title. I want people to really know what I am passionate about, and I want them to know me for that, and that's what I want to be known for. I think it's really important because when you're passionate about something, others can also be the same way. So I think that's a really good way to be unforgettable. With my methods, the method I will use to do this is to express that I am more than just a principal. I assist families, students, and teachers in achieving life goals and helping them see what they are capable of beyond what they can see themselves. I plan on doing this through strong and frequent communication with everyone involved. I truly believe in good communication. It's easy to say, you communicate, but it is actually a very difficult thing to do to communicate appropriately. Too many people listen to respond as opposed to listen to understand, and that is a really difficult thing to do. Listen to understand as opposed to listen to respond. So I think that's a really big deal, and just general conversations with everybody, being able to know what they're about, what they want to do, and what their goals are, even though they may think they're unattainable, helping them get to that. So that is, I think, really important on what I would set myself as. And then the school policy that we have is really on communications. Really, we're not supposed to post school business on our own social media. Some things we are allowed to, and we're notified if we can. I can also ask for approval if I have something specific I would like to post, but for the most part, we're not allowed to. I do follow this as it is, an important school policy, and I don't want to be reprimanded for something so easily avoidable. But there have been, if we want something posted, we can have the school posted on their own Facebook, but most of the time we're not allowed to post on our own. So that's what I have for my communication with my parents, students, and other teachers. And I look forward to seeing what everybody else has posted and maybe get some ideas from my classmates. Thank you very much.